Once hailed as the king of American retail, Sears was more than just a store. It was an institution that reshaped how Americans shopped. In fact, in 1969, Sears accounted for 1% of the entire United States economy, and two-thirds of Americans shopped there. From its humble beginnings as a mail-order catalog in 1893, Sears grew into a retail powerhouse that symbolized convenience, innovation, and the American dream. By the mid-20th century, Sears stores were fixtures in malls and cities across the United States. Sears sold everything from appliances to clothing to cars. This made them a go-to destination for millions of families. Yet Sears' empire was not immune to the changing tides of consumer behavior and the relentless pace of innovation. As the 21st century dawned, Sears failed to adapt to new market realities, which led to the erosion of the company's dominance. The rise of competitors like Walmart and Target, combined with the rapid growth of an e-commerce giant named Amazon, exposed Sears' inability to pivot. This video explores the fascinating journey of Sears, from its groundbreaking origins to its meteoric rise and ultimately its dramatic fall. By examining the pivotal decisions and cultural shifts that shaped its trajectory, we aim to understand how an iconic brand that once embodied progress and prosperity became a stark reminder of the consequences of failing to evolve. The story of Sears is not just about the fall of a company. It is a lesson in the importance of innovation, adaptability, and foresight in the ever-changing world of business. A company that does not succeed in these three things will ultimately get left behind. Sears began in 1886 with a chance encounter from the founder, Richard Sears. At the time, a 23-year-old Richard worked as a railroad station agent in North Redwood, Minnesota. One day, a shipment of watches was mistakenly sent to the station. Instead of returning the watches, Richard saw an opportunity. He purchased the watches at a discount and sold them to other station agents and locals. His venture was an immediate success, revealing his natural talent for sales and business. Eager to expand, Richard partnered with Alva Roebuck, who was a skilled watchmaker. Alva's expertise in repairing and maintaining watches complemented Richard's knack for selling. The pair had a bold vision to provide affordable, high-quality watches to rural Americans, which later evolved to selling many items such as appliances and entire house kits. During this time, most Americans lived on farms or in small towns, which was far away from large retail stores. In fact, it was not until 1920 when urban areas became more populated than rural areas in America. In the 1800s, access to consumer goods was limited, and prices at local general stores were often very high. Richard and Alva recognized this gap in the market and devised a revolutionary solution, which was a mail-order catalog. The Sears catalog, a comprehensive booklet filled with illustrations and descriptions, allowed customers to browse a wide range of products from the comfort of their homes. Customers could place orders by mail, and the items would be delivered directly to them. This innovation made shopping more accessible to millions of rural families who previously had few options. The catalog quickly gained popularity. By the early 20th century, Sears had become one of the most successful businesses in America. Its reputation for quality and affordability earned the trust of customers nationwide. This innovative approach to retail not only changed how people shopped, but also laid the foundation for modern e-commerce. In the 1920s, Sears continued to grow. The company expanded its business by opening physical stores in cities all across the United States. These stores were unlike anything most people had ever seen at the time. They were massive, sometimes 2 or 3 floors. These stores had a wide variety of products for sale. Shoppers could find almost anything they needed in one place, even during the Great Depression, a time when money was scarce and families struggled to make ends meet. Sears managed to do well. They thrived by focusing on selling inexpensive yet reliable products, which helped them stay afloat when many other businesses went out of business. The 1950s and 1960s was the height of Sears' success. At this point, it had become a household name and clearly the largest retailer in the United States. This period is often referred to as the golden age of Sears. Their stores were everywhere. During this time, the company achieved one of its most iconic accomplishments, the construction of the Sears Tower in Chicago. When it was completed, the Sears Tower was the tallest building in the world, standing as a powerful symbol of the company's remarkable success and dominance in the retail industry. Sears seemed unstoppable for a long time. People loved shopping there, and it was the biggest retailer in America. But trouble was coming, and it started in the 1970s. During this time, other companies began to grow quickly. Stores like Walmart and Target, who had been around for 8 years at this point, became very popular. They were different from Sears in many ways. Walmart and Target offered lower prices, and their stores were often closer to where people lived. Shoppers liked that they could get what they needed faster and cheaper. While Walmart and Target grew, Sears started to make mistakes. Instead of focusing on their stores and improving them, Sears tried to do too many things at once. For example, Sears created the financial service company Discover. They also created the insurance company Allstate. These businesses were very different from running retail stores. Sears spent a lot of time and money on these other businesses. This made it harder for them to focus on what they did best, which was selling products to customers. This misstep aided in the eventual bankruptcy of Sears. By the 1980s, Sears was no longer the biggest retailer in America. Walmart had taken the throne. Shopping habits were continuing to shift, and Sears was not adapting quickly enough. In the 2000s, shopping started to change in a big way. Online shopping became very popular. A company named Amazon showed people a new way to shop. Instead of driving to a store, people could sit at home, use a computer, and buy whatever they wanted. The best part? Their items would be delivered right to their door. This was easy, fast, and exciting for shoppers. Sears was not ready for this big change. They did not put much effort into building a strong online store, while a company like Amazon worked hard to make online shopping simple and affordable. By 2010, Sears was having a very hard time staying in business. The company had tons of debt and was struggling to pay them off. This caused Sears to start closing stores in many towns and cities across the country. Unfortunately, this was not enough. In 2018, Sears declared bankruptcy. Even after filing for bankruptcy, Sears kept struggling. The company had to close even more stores as fewer and fewer people shopped there. Nowadays, only 12 Sears stores remain. This is a far cry from its peak of roughly 3,500 stores. What was once one of the biggest and most popular companies is now almost completely gone. The fall of Sears, in many ways, is an example of the circle of life. Sears was a company that ended many retail businesses by offering a mail-order catalog. This allowed customers to order in the comfort of their home and get it delivered directly to them. Sears has since been replaced by Amazon, who gives customers the same benefits, but allows them to order online instead of through a mail-order catalog. The fall of Sears is a good example of how important it is for businesses to change and grow. If a company stays stuck in the past, it will get left behind. Did you or your family ever shop at Sears? Share your thoughts in the comment section below.